afternoon, my name is Caroline King and I am your action host. I'm all about taking action, and that's hopefully what I'm going to get you to do at the end of today. So I'm broadcasting from a hotel in a small town next to Birmingham called Solihull, and I'm here because I'm doing a course called Bums on Seats Bootcamp, and it's all about getting people to your event, and it's been really good, and this is the second day. And in fact, this evening I'm off to London because on Sunday I am running an event, which I'll tell you all about later. But first of all, I'd like to share my story with you so that you know who I am and where I'm coming from, and hopefully see that actually we are probably very similar to each other. But before I do that, let me tell you how you can get in touch with me. So you can connect with me on Facebook. You can find me on there. I love Facebook. I put lots of lovely inspirational things on my timeline. I tell you about things that are going on, and it's a really good place. So if you're feeling down, it's a great place to go and feel up. And if you're not, and you're feeling buoyant, then all it will do is help you along with that as well. So find me on Facebook. The name is Caroline King. You can also email me, and my email address is carolineking0912@gmail.com. And the other way you can get in touch with me is via my mobile. You can text or phone me, and that's 07799 415 665. So, Marina, can I bring you in so everyone knows that you're there? And
wow, Caroline, I'm so excited being here with you. You know what? You are a woman of action. When you said, take action now, I felt that, oh my God, it's now, it's happening, and nobody's living in a past. Imagine a world where people cannot live in a past. Imagine the energy they could bring at the table. Imagine the difference they could make in each other's life, in their own life. Imagine how much impact, positive impact could be from each one of us just simply by living in the now, right now. Like right now, you are everything to me. And I'm so excited being here with you and listening to you. And it's no effort. It's so natural. And people connect, they share big ideas, and they grow together. And it's not about what other people think, it's about what you think of yourself. And for you to come over and share your story, it's such a privilege to listen to you, and it's contagious. Over to you, Caroline.
thank you. Marina, that's so nice of you to say that. And it's really exciting to be here. When we connected this morning and you invited me to do this, it was just such a wonderful thing, because for me, life, you never know what's going to happen. And then suddenly we were connected, and suddenly we're doing this. I had no idea when I got up this morning that this is what's going to happen. And you can just see how wonderful life can be. But you're right about the past, and the past can sometimes drag us in, especially if we've had some really deep, hurtful things, and especially if they go back a long way. We don't always learn how to let go of them and get rid of them. And it's really important to really learn how to live in the present. I always, it's okay planning, which thinks about the future a little bit, but it's in the present that we live. It's in the here and now that we make decisions and do things. It's the here and now we take action. And that's what's so important. And one of the things that if people come to my event on Sunday in London will find out is about unblocking some of these things. We have a great guy called Hristo, and he has been taught by a fantastic teacher whose name is Stephen Brooks. He revolutionized therapeutic hypnotherapy in Europe in the 70s and 80s, and he's gone on and done fantastic things, and Hristo has trained with him, and he's going to be there on Sunday teaching us actually how to unblock these things. And so it's going to be a really fantastic opportunity that if you've got some blocks there that are stopping you living in the moment, then please come on Sunday, because this guy is fantastic and he will really help you out on that. So I don't know what you think to that, Marina.
Well, I remember while I was traveling in New York, I had to use the yellow cab, of course, like everybody else. Otherwise, the experience is not complete. So I was having an apartment right outside the Empire State Building, actually 30 seconds from the building, and I had to walk to the main street to hail a cab. And while I was fighting for the cab, like everybody else, but in a quiet way, I was just observing what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
These people are ready to jump at each other simply over a ride. And that made me think of the present moment. What if these people fighting over a cab would simply start to get to know each other and say hi and smile, and then the other side of the story, because you made me think of that, just came back into my mind, and it's not long ago anyway, is that each time I will take a ride, the taxi driver will start talking. So then I will listen, and then they will share their stories. Always amazing, because they're always not really drivers. They are driving towards something, and they use the driving just to get to know people or make connections, or it's not really their divine job. It's something they do right now to utilize the time in a way that they get paid for talking to people. Anyway, so just happened that almost every single one of them that drove me somewhere in New York, they're publishing their books, because simply because at the end I said to them, so why don't you put this in a book? Why don't you put your story in a book?
Absolutely.
And that is the question. You see, this is what you make with right now. When you are right now with Caroline, you start asking yourself better questions. What can I do next? Who can I be next? And I think your event is exactly what is missing in this world. And I think it's going to take London by storm. And I think everybody who is coming is going to finally understand that having the myth in your hands means that you turn it into your own reality. Because that is the dream. You turn the dream of living your life with purpose, of living a life with a balance, in harmony with your own dreams and visions and all the commitments you have to deliver. It's all about not reinventing your life because it's already there. It's all about delivering yourself into your own life. Because what is missing from the right now, from this moment in time, it's you. You are missing. And if you are listening right now, yes, you can get angry with me, you can upset with me, but I'm telling you what, it's absolutely worth it. Deliver yourself. Life is about you. Your life was given to you for a certain reason, and that reason is to deliver your own divine essence. Over to you, Caroline.
Absolutely, I totally agree. What this event is going to do, and it's on Sunday, it's a whole day event. It's at a place called the Grand Connaught Rooms, which is in Holborn in London. And basically, this event is going to show you that you do have choice in your life, that you don't just have to react to everything. You can make decisions, you can take actions, and you can change things. Now, the event has been aimed at people who are like entrepreneurs, people who've started their own business thinking, this is going to help me do that kind of thing. And it's also professionals who've worked really hard to get where they are, and they're hoping that that's going to give them a good life as well. But the thing is, you get caught up in all of those things that you end up still just reacting to things, and you think you don't have the choices, but you do. And it's about recognizing things. So, for instance, people in my audience are going to recognize that that they are doing things, for instance, in their business, which they may be okay at doing. They don't like doing it, and in fact they probably even know people who are expert at it and would do it much better in far less time. Then we're looking at showing them how to do something like that, finding someone who is an expert, who won't take them very much time, freeing up loads of time for them. And that means they can either do something that which they much prefer to do, they could spend time with people they would much prefer to spend time with, or just do things that they are good at and really want to do, or even just getting home and having dinner with their family. It's making those wise, smart choices that allows you to really do the things that you want in your life, like having dinner with your family every single night. So it's about all of those types of things. And so we're going to have someone there who's going to talk about how you can outsource some of these things and where you can go to find these experts. We also, there are other things in our lives that sometimes hold us back as well and get in the way. Things like toxic relationships, and they cause us a lot of stress and anxiety, and when that happens it drains us of energy, and when we have no energy it's really hard to go off and do things, and everything takes longer to do. And so if you can deal with some of those issues around your relationships, and we've got somebody there who's going to talk about just that, about how when she didn't take care of that she got burnout, and because of that she's learnt the lesson from it, and now she's got a program in terms of helping other people make sure that toxic relationships are not going to pull them in the same way that had happened to her. So that's really exciting too. And there are people out there I know that are going to desperately need what she's got, and it will make such a huge impact in their lives. And then we've got another person, he's called CJ, and the thing is that if you're an entrepreneur and you've got a message to get out there, but you haven't set any goals, and you don't have any systems, so that you don't have very good productivity and you don't have a very good mindset, then you're just running around in your business like a headless chicken. And that's stressful too, and you don't know what to do, and it drains you of energy, and again it all takes up huge amounts of time of which you are not doing what you love best. And he's got a great program to sort all those things out for you, and that really helps you then to have the energy to go out there and take action and do what you love to do. So yes, Marina, all of those things are going to go and happen on Sunday, and it's going to be so wonderful, because one of the best bits for me is that when I watch the audience take part in perhaps some of the exercises the speakers will get you to do, or when they're talking to each other, or whether they're perhaps sharing within the event, or anything like that, you can see in their faces and their body language that things are beginning to change. There might be that light bulb moment that you see go on in somebody's eyes. You will suddenly see them start to become much more open, and in the way they sit or the way they're talking to people. You can begin to feel the energy move in the room, and this is what why I so much like doing this kind of thing. Events for me, that's what I get from it. I love watching what happens to people like that, and seeing those transformations take place. So the successful outcome to this event for me is, even if just one person goes away and goes, I can take action and do this, and then it's going to make an impact on my life. It's going to mean that I've got choice. It means that I now can decide what I do and how I spend my time. If just one person goes away and does that, then that means there is just one more person out there like me going for it. And what more could anybody ask for?
Wow, Caroline, you know what I was thinking actually, that last week, I mean, each Saturday we have Radio World goes away from home. Mm-hmm. So we go places where we are invited, and we have great conversations with on different random topics. Anyway, so each Saturday we monitor the words we are using or other people are using during those live conversations. And last Saturday we came to the amazing fact that the most used words during last Saturday were within and winning. So therefore I created a new word, and is withing. So there is no such thing like academically defined work-life balance. It is life, and your life is what you make of it. And that balance, that harmony between your mind and your body, and between your time and your actions, is simply within you. And you have to win yourself. You have to win yourself over and understand that actually your energy is everything. Your everything is your energy. And I know you are doing great works, and you deliver so much for so many people, and they are waiting and waiting and waiting, and you come along, Caroline, and you say, you know what, the wait is over. You got it all. It's your turn now. It's your turn to be. Because if you get caught into this to-do list, which I was a victim of that myself, I was just deciding at the time for decades that all I have to do is to do. And actually turned out, when I retired very early because I was very successful, I retired from my business and I realized I do not have a life. Mm-hmm. I had absolutely nothing to go for. Mm-hmm. And I was, as strange as this might sound, I was really getting very sick. I couldn't leave my bed anymore. I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
And then I had to put myself together and take myself to that dark room, as you take an old camera to develop the picture, and use that period of time to realize that there is more to life, must be more than work. All I knew all my life was just work, and I was damn good at it. And then it was nothing. And so turning from that feeling of holiness into nothingness after you gave it all and be left with nothing is not fair on you, and you are doing this to yourself. And remember, don't get busy for the sake of being busy. Join Caroline, join CJ, and just have a go. I'm not saying trying, because I don't believe in trying. Have a go. Go all in. Go to that day. Go into that day with an open mind, because your mind works exactly like a parachute. Works only when it's open. Over to you, Caroline.
Thank you. You're absolutely so right. It is within every single one of us, and that's what we are aiming to do on Sunday, is to show you where that place is within inside of you, so that you can get hold of it and access it and see how wonderful it is, and then it will show you how you can take action. It's you know, once you get there and start doing and finding that then it's really magical, and you really know that actually everything is in your hands. And do you know what, Marina, one of the best things about Sunday is that it's a free event. You don't have to pay to come along. All you need to do is register on Eventbrite. In fact, if you go onto Facebook and find me on Facebook, you will find it's probably one of the most first things on my timeline. You'll be able to click through from that and go straight on and get a ticket. And then all you need to do is come up. But actually, we've got one other thing that is starting to galvanize people in the last couple of days leading up to the event, is that we've put a competition out there. And the whole idea of this is you are not the only person who needs to find this special place inside yourself where you can and see how you can change things in your life for the better. You've got friends, you've got family, you've got work colleagues who probably need the same kind of thing as well. And so the competition is this: you book as many tickets as you think you can bring people for on Eventbrite, and then you turn up with all those people. And at the moment, we've got one person who has booked 10 tickets, and so they're going to be bringing 10 people on Sunday. Now, if you can bring more than that, go and book the tickets and bring them down, because the person who brings the most tickets gets to choose a special prize, and that special prize is either to have a free place on CJ's program, which is the goal setting, mindset and productivity, which costs usually £497. So you would get a free place on that. Or if you want, and you want to work on your public speaking, presentation skills, your voice, perhaps you think that you have a quiet voice or anything like that, and all of that kind of thing scares you, then you get to work one-on-one with me. And I'll put you through that so that you can get the skills and therefore get the confidence to go out there and spread your message as well. So get going, get onto the Eventbrite page, book your tickets and bring those people down with you, because it is going to be a fantastic filled day. It's going to be amazing. It's going to have so much energy, and there's going to be wonderful people for you to meet. The crew that I've got around me, in terms of people who are helping out, they're all business owners like myself. They've got fantastic energy. They're going to tell you about themselves as well. It's just going to be amazing. I am so looking forward to it.
Wow, Caroline, thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your energy. And thank you for helping our listeners to turn their dream into a vision, and take that vision and make it their own reality. From both of us, until next time, is goodbye.
Thank you.